Beerus and the Ice Cream Shop, a tale of indifference and indulgence. The sun hung low in the sky, casting an amber glow over the leveled city. Smoke rose in thick plumes from craters the size of football fields, and the air was thick with the acrid scent of burning rubble. The once bustling metropolis was now a war-torn wasteland, its skyscrapers reduced to jagged teeth jutting out of the ground. The time was twilight, that eerie in-between where the day's chaos met the night's calm. Except there was no calm here, only destruction. In the midst of it all, two titans clashed. A Saiyan warrior, his spiky hair glowing a fierce blue, unleashed a barrage of energy blasts that lit up the sky like fireworks. His opponent, a hulking alien with skin like molten lava, roared as he swung his fist, each strike sending shockwaves that toppled what little remained of the city. Their battle was a symphony of chaos. Explosions rocked the ground, debris rained from above, and the very air seemed to tremble under their power. And then there was Beerus. The god of destruction strolled through the carnage like it was a lazy Sunday afternoon. His sleek, lavender skin glimmered faintly in the fading light, and his cat-like eyes were half-lidded, radiating an air of utter boredom. His posture was relaxed, shoulders slouched, hands tucked into the sleeves of his ornate Egyptian-inspired attire. His tail swayed lazily behind him, completely unfazed by the chaos around him. To Beerus, this was just another day in the universe. But something had caught his attention. Across the battlefield, nestled between two collapsed buildings, was a small, miraculously intact ice cream shop. Its pastel-colored sign flickered weakly, but it was enough to draw Beerus's gaze. His nose twitched, and for the first time in what felt like eons, his eyes widened with interest. Beerus murmured, his voice a low purr. Ice cream. Without a second thought, he began his journey across the battlefield. The Saiyan warrior, Goku, noticed him first. Beerus? He shouted, dodging an energy blast. What are you doing here? Beerus didn't even glance his way. The lava-skinned alien, Broly, roared and charged at Beerus. Beerus sighed, flicking his wrist. A burst of purple energy sent Broly flying into a nearby building, which promptly collapsed on top of him. Annoying, Beerus muttered, continuing his stroll. Explosions erupted around him, but Beerus didn't flinch. An energy blast whizzed past his head, close enough to singe a few strands of fur, but he didn't even blink. He was laser-focused on that ice cream shop. The ground shook as Goku and Broly resumed their battle, their attacks growing more intense. A massive energy wave sliced through the air, carving a path of destruction. But Beerus simply raised a finger, deflecting it effortlessly. The wave veered off course, obliterating a nearby mountain instead. Finally, Beerus reached the ice cream shop. The bell above the door jingled cheerfully as he stepped inside, a stark contrast to the hellscape outside. The shop was quaint, with pastel walls and a chalkboard menu listing flavors like Galactic Grape and Supernova Swirl. The shopkeeper, a trembling alien with large eyes, stared at Beerus in terror. One of each, Beerus said, his tone leaving no room for argument. As the shopkeeper scrambled to prepare the ice cream, Beerus leaned against the counter, tapping his claws impatiently. Outside, the battle raged on. Goku and Broly's attacks grew more frantic, their energy colliding in a blinding explosion that lit up the night sky. The shockwave shattered the shop's windows, but Beerus simply raised a hand, creating a barrier that kept the debris at bay. Finally, the shopkeeper handed him a towering stack of ice cream cones. Beerus took a bite of the first one, his eyes lighting up. He purred. Exquisite. And so the god of destruction sat in the middle of a war zone, savoring every flavor as the world burned around him. To Beerus, this was the epitome of indulgence, a moment of pure, unadulterated pleasure in a universe full of chaos. Yo, fam, if you enjoyed this wild tale of Beerus being his iconic, chaotic self, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Dragon Ball Super content. Drop a comment below. What flavor do you think Beerus would go back for seconds on?